Welcome to the Non-Negotiable Living podcast, where we're building lives by design by creating non-negotiable habits around fitness, family, faith, and financial freedom.
Welcome back to Non-Negotiable Living. I'm Ashley, and today we're tackling a big topic, New Year's resolutions. As we approach a fresh start, many of us are thinking about how we want to improve, what habits we want to build, the goals we want to crush. But here's the thing, most New Year's resolutions don't stick. So today we're going to explore why that happens and how we can actually set goals that work for you. So let's dive in. So first off, let's start with the truth about New Year's resolutions. I'm going to start with some pretty eye-opening statistics. Did you know that studies show that 88% of New Year's resolutions fail? And about 23% of people quit their resolutions within the first week? Yep, 7 days in, almost a quarter of resolutions are already out the window. And by the end of January, more than 64% of people have given up. So why does this happen? It's not because people aren't motivated or they don't want to change. It's often just because they don't set themselves up for success. They actually set themselves up for failure by setting unrealistic goals or having no clear plan or accountability to achieve them. So resolutions tend to fail because people treat them as lofty wishes instead of as actionable commitments. So they say things like, I want to lose weight or I want to save money, but without a concrete plan, it's easy to lose focus or feel overwhelmed and not really know how to do that thing. So one of the biggest reasons that resolutions fail is because people don't know how to set goals properly. They aim too high, too fast, or too vaguely. So for example, if you set a goal that says, I want to get fit, it's like, okay, well, what does that mean? Are you trying to build muscle? Are you trying to lose fat? Are you trying to improve your endurance? So without defining the goal, it's hard to create a plan and it's even harder to measure success. So another reason New Year's resolutions fail is because they don't align with your current life. So if you're a busy mom working long hours and trying to commit to a 2-hour workout every day, that's not going to be realistic. So goals need to work with our life, not against it. And finally, accountability is often a missing piece. So when no one knows your goals, it's easier to quit because there's no external pressure to keep going. Now, since we know that most resolutions fail because of lack of goals, clear, actionable, measurable goals, let's talk about how to set goals that actually work. And the key is to set SMART goals, which means they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. So specific, your goal should be clear and well-defined. Instead of saying, I want to get healthy, you say, I want to lose 10 pounds by March, and by working out 3 times a week and eating more protein and vegetables. So you're creating something actionable, lose the 10 pounds. That's measurable. You could track whether or not you're losing 10 pounds. By March, you're giving yourself a time frame, and losing 10 pounds by March is incredibly realistic. So it's not, I want to lose 10 pounds this month. Again, our goals, they can't just be specific. They have to make sense. So lose the 10 pounds by March by working out 3 times a week. So that's measurable. You could say, did I get my 3 workouts in this week? Yes or no. And by eating more protein and vegetables, which is also measurable. So that goal is specific. It's measurable because we could track the weight loss progress. You can measure how your clothes fit. It's also achievable. So we're being realistic about what can be accomplished in a time frame. It's relevant because it's going to get you to where you want to be, and it's time bound. They set a date and a time and a specific action that's going to be happening between then and now to achieve the goal. So again, we have to make sure that our goals make sense for our life. One of the biggest things that I see people do where they fall short on their goals is they'll say, I want to get healthy. And I say, okay, what does that mean to you? They say, well, I need to start lifting 3 days a week, and I need to do cardio 3 days a week and start stretching, and I need to start walking every day and drinking a gallon of water and taking my vitamins and going in the cold plunge and sitting in the sauna and taking collagen and doing all of these things. And they list off 10 different items, and they try and change everything day one, and they upheave their whole life, and they make it 3 days in, and they fail. And it's because they didn't break it down into incremental steps. They tried to do it all at once, and that's just not reasonable. People don't fare well with change, and when you change too much at once, you're setting yourself up for failure. So your goals have to make sense for your life. They need to fit your lifestyle. If you're a busy professional, if you're a busy mom, then a goal of meal prepping every Sunday might work for you better than aiming to cook daily. The easier the goal fits into your routine, the more likely it is to stick. So the next one is to get some accountability. When someone knows your goals, who's encouraging you, who's there to help you, to help guide you, it creates a sense of responsibility. So you need an accountability buddy or a coach, or even post your goal on social media if that motivates you. If updating people in your circle that like, hey, I'm at the gym. Hey, I'm at the gym. I know that people get sick of seeing pictures of people at the gym. Do not discourage people from posting their gym pictures, guys. Posting gym pictures is a form of accountability. It allows people to say, hey, I showed up for myself today. Don't ever tear somebody down for saying they showed up for themselves. Okay, guys? Like, you don't rag on people for posting pictures that they're out drinking at a bar. Why would you rag on people for saying they showed up at the gym? Encourage those people. But find accountability, whether you need to hire a coach like I am, whether you need to just tell your spouse, your friends, somebody in your corner that you could lean on and celebrate with. Somebody needs to be there to be a part of your journey with you. We need to set measurable expectations. So this is crucial. We need to break big goals into smaller milestones. So if you have a 100-pound weight loss goal, you shouldn't be setting the goal to 100 pounds. You should be setting increments of 5 pounds and celebrating every time you get to that 5 pounds. And then it motivates you to get to the next 5 pounds. Same with savings goals. If your big goal is to save $5,000 in a year, break it down into $416 a month or $96 a week, and then celebrate each milestone so that it keeps you motivated. Now that we touched on motivation, let's talk about the difference between motivation and discipline. Because here's the truth, motivation is going to come and go, but discipline is what keeps you consistent. And that's why having a clear plan is so important, because when you know exactly what you need to do, it's easier to stay on track, even on the days when you don't want to do it. So that's why having a coach and a program for your nutrition and exercise is so beneficial, because, people get to January 1st and they Google some plan and they're like, this is what I'm going to do. And they print out this sheet, they realize they have no guidance, they don't know if it's actually going to serve their goals, it's not designed for them, and they're going to the gym, and they're just winging it, and they have no accountability, they have no support, they don't know how to track their progress, so they make it a few days in, and they're like, well, I'm not seeing anything happen, so I'm going to quit. You have to stick with things for a while to see progress, guys, especially when it comes to fat loss and muscle growth. So we need to build habits around our goals so that they can become automatic. We need to set it in our schedule. We need to put our workouts on our calendar. We need to set specific days of the week that we intend to work out so that we can stick with it. So for me personally, I work out Monday through Friday. I don't work out on the weekends. So I have Monday, Tuesday lifting days, Wednesdays cardio, Thursdays, Fridays lifting. Now I can be flexible. If for some reason one of the days in the week gets super busy and I can't make it to the gym, I can shift my cardio day to that day and move my lifting. It gives me that flexibility. And I do the same for my clients. I build their workouts into a calendar so that they know exactly what's expected every day and every week, and they have the flexibility to move things because life happens. We have to make adjustments sometimes, and that's not a bad thing. We have to be strict about the process, but flexible about the implementation. But we need to build our habits in a way that they become automatic. So we need to schedule them on our calendar and make them non-negotiable. So as we head into the new year, I want you to think about what your goals are and why they truly matter. We need to have a solid why, because if we don't know our why, then on those days when our motivation is waning, we have to lean into our discipline. So if it's, hey, yes, I want to get healthier, I want to lose 10 pounds, that's great. Why do you want to lose 10 pounds? I want to lose 10 pounds so I feel more comfortable in my clothes. Perfect. Why? Because next month I'm going to be in a wedding and I want to feel good in that dress. Perfect. And why else? Well, I've been struggling with my weight for a long time, and I think it's time I finally got a handle on it. Good. We're getting deeper. Why does that matter? Well, because both my parents are unhealthy and they have high blood pressure and high cholesterol, and I don't want to deal with that when I get older. Great. That's a deeper why. Why else? Well, because I matter and my health matters, and health is the foundation of our lives. And if we don't get a handle on it young, it's just going to get harder as we get older. So we need to get our whys solid, and we don't want these top level, really vague whys. We want to get deep into the weeds about why it matters, why we're doing it, so that we can lean into that on those hard days. So don't just follow the crowd. Don't just set a New Year's resolution to get healthy and start going to the gym on January 1st because everybody else is doing it too. I would encourage you to start now. There's no reason to wait. People who wait for their goals are the ones who are more likely to quit. You got to take action. When you have the fire lit under your ass to do something, you need to do it then. But make sure you're setting goals that align with your values, your priorities, and your vision for the life you want to create. Please remember that change doesn't happen overnight, and it's small, consistent actions that lead to big results. So take it one step at a time. Celebrate your wins. Give yourself grace when things don't go perfectly, but you've got this, and you need somebody who's cheering you on every step of the way, who celebrates with you when you're winning, who's supporting you when it's hard. And if you don't have that person, you need to get that person, whether that's me, another coach, a trainer at your gym, a friend, your spouse, your kids. Find somebody who could help hold you accountable so that you can set these goals once and for all, achieve them, and never have to look back. Now, if you're ready to truly change your health and life this year, I have something special for you. Right now, I'm offering the only discount on my one-on-one coaching program that I ever offer, and it's around the holidays. And the reason I do that is because people will use the holidays as an excuse not to take care of themselves. They'll put themselves on the back burner for a solid month and a half from Thanksgiving through New Year's, and they end up gaining more weight, feeling less motivated, not liking themselves even more, and it drives me crazy. And I know that the holidays are a time that people are spending a lot of money. Well, investing in your health is the best money you can spend. Our health is the foundation of our life. If we don't have our health, we don't have anything. So I like to give a perk and bonus to people who are action takers, who want to get a handle on their health early, who want to roll into the new year strong rather than waiting until January 1st, which the day in and of itself does not matter, to start taking care of themselves. So I want to see people going into 2025 healthy, thriving, happy, and proud of themselves for already having reached goals, not just trying to start them and being part of the 88% statistic that's going to fail. So if you're looking for help on your health and fitness journey, message me on Instagram. Let's chat about your goals and what I do and see if it's a good fit for you. No pressure, but my clients get great results because everything is custom designed for them, and I build it for them to achieve their goals. It's not some cookie cutter program you're going to Google and find. It's all custom for each client. So again, thank you for tuning into Non-Negotiable Living. If you found today's episode helpful, please subscribe, share it with someone who could use the motivation, especially going into the new year. Please share this with people who are talking about New Year's resolutions so that they can create smart goals around what they want and be successful this year. But until next time, stay focused, stay unstoppable. Your goals non-negotiable. Put them on your calendar and let's start crushing them. You guys got this.